What is up, everybody? Y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. Got a little treat for you. What's up, Aaliyah? Aaliyah, I'm ready. I feel. We gonna get it in today. I'm doing alright, Aaliyah. How about yourself? I love your video on the Aladdin movie. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Aladdin is dope. I'll probably do another lecture on that later on down the road. What's up, Andrew? You broke that movie down very good. Oh, thank you. That's what I do. You gotta get out this metaphysical science. Give him another minute or two and we'll get started. We will get started. Talking about the Medjay. Another variation of the Jedi. Who they were both connected. Yeah, that is what we do. We wake them up. At least try to wake them up anyway. Or at least give them some seeds so that they can blossom and bloom one day. Bye. Let's go ahead and get started. We'll let them all roll on in and get things rolling. I got you, Andrew. Glad you caught one. Let's get started. Alright. So today I'll be talking about the Medjay. Now, who are the Medjay? It says here that the Medjay, or the word Medjay, was first used to refer to people living in Medjay, living in a place called Medjay in Nubia. In the area of Nubia, and they were part of the Egyptian armies. The Medjay were used as scouts for patrolling the desert. Over time, they became a policing force in charge of the royal palace and tombs. The model of Medjay soldiers was found in a tomb from the 11th to 12th dynasty. There you go. So there you go. This the Medjay. This is what we're talking about here. They were originally a band of warriors out of Nubia. And they had many different warriors. They worshipped the god Pan, the goat god Pan. Right here. Long before he showed up in Egypt. This is who they was about. It's a deity they fuck with like that. So hold it up so y'all can see it. Yeah, worship the goat god Pan. And over time they continue to be contracted out, and they will go on to become they would continue to be contracted out by the Egyptian government, ancient Egyptian government, and they will gain power and prominence, and they will go on to become the Medjay police force, as y'all know. So there's some bad mofos. Some of their training included, you had to master at least 5 weapons besides unarmed. You know, you gotta have unarmed combat. You had to master at least 5 weapons, which included not limited to 4 melee weapons and 1 ranged weapon. So you had, let's say for example, you mastered the sword, the daggers, the staff, and the double sticks, for example. Then you had to master one ranged weapons, which is usually at this time was the crossbow or the bow and arrow, archery, right? The ancient art of archery, right? So these was masters, warriors. They was about this life, and warriors, because I don't want you to think they are not in the female Medjay. They were both about this life. The female warriors had their own sick, and the male warriors had their own sick, and they all got together to do different things, marry, whatever, you know, have kids and this and that, right? So this is what it was about. You also had other weapons like the flail, the mace, all that you had options from as well. But those are the main things. So they went on to master these different arts, master these different skills, you know, these unarmed abilities. But now let's talk about the spiritual side of the equation. Meditation, of course, for any Medjay, you gotta have meditation. Why is meditation important? Well, first, there are levels to meditation. You got memory meditation. You got Zen meditation, which allows you to pretty much focus on your chi, so that you can develop that and unlock the skill. Develop it so that you can unlock the ability to become one with the force. You see what I'm saying? We call this also support, which is Latin for high temple, pineal gland. You see what I'm saying? And you become one with the force, and this Medjay force in this case. And with this, you seemingly become invisible to those around you. You see what I'm saying? Because you vibrating. Not only are you vibrating higher than the average person, you walk through a whole other dimension. So this is what they was about. They had other skills, practicing. They had deity training, learning from the deities, learn how to fight the deities, learn how to train with the deities, the gods, you know, your Oguns or whatever, you know, your Muntu arts. At this time, the Muntu arts, yeah. So they had different deities that would come and train you. They would come from the ancestral side, the primordial side, and come teach you different skills and techniques. And then you solidify them by, you know, different sparring sessions with each other. Now, other things that they did, you know, they had their own rituals, they had their own techniques, you know. A perfect example of their manifestation as far as the ritual arts or the spiritual arts is their mental capabilities. And a great example of the showcasing of these mental abilities is, if y'all ever seen the anime Naruto with Uchiha clan. You know, those red eyes they had, the Sharingans, and they had the ability to see, you know, ocular sight, you know, ocular abilities. They had the ability to see through their physical eyes. And they did this by learning how to tap into their brain horns, which are your optic nerves, and they're channeling special chi into their into their retinas and empower their physical sight. So you can't see with your physical eye. I don't want you to think that that's impossible. So just like the Uchiha clan, they had highly gifted. Their gifts of perception were highly advanced. That's what I'm trying to say. The gifts of perception was highly advanced. I mean, highly advanced. They could see, just like the Hugo clan. They could see X-ray vision. They can see through walls. They can pick up people's sense. They could hypnotize people, just like the Uchiha. They had the hypnotic abilities. They call them genjutsu in Japan, illusionary techniques. They create illusions. They can do all type of shit, mind control, all that. They just had those gifts. Because as a police force, what you got to do is pretty much be able to develop your investigative skills, your intuition, your insight, and your ability and your tracking skills. Because you're gonna be tracking some motherfuckers, definitely. So combine it with your mental capabilities, your illusionary techniques. This is what we talking about. You see what I'm saying? This is what made you a monster. They also had telekinetic abilities as well, just like the Jedi. Matter of fact, them and the Jedi worked hand in hand, because the Jedi was just slightly north of them, the priesthood in a way, and they worked together to develop abilities. Cause you live in a magical world, you gotta be prepared to deal with magical attacks. You see what I'm saying? Occult warfare. So this is what you're dealing with on a daily basis. Now, what do these beings look like? Let me show you some images of them. They look like this. If y'all can see them well. Yeah, there you go. Elite fighting force. You see it? Give y'all a little better image. This is what a Medjay. These are what they look like. Right here. They was about their life. You see what I'm saying? And they even said it here. They said the Nubians were hired by Egyptian armies to become temporary soldiers, but later on became an elite fighting force. They was motherfuckers. They were masters at what they do. They even helped the military on a lot of campaigns, cause the police force dealt with internal affairs and the military dealt with external affairs. Shit that's going on outside of their country. You see what I'm saying? So this is what it's about. And this is them on the walls. Yeah, this is them on the walls in hieroglyphic format. Getting it? You see what I'm saying? They got their swords and shields in hands, and they getting it. Medjay, about their life. See what I'm saying? Got one other picture here that I know y'all would love. Hold on. Here we go. Another picture of them. This is more of a rendition of them here. So there you go. Just to give y'all some visuals here, what they look like and what they was about. They also had their own code, of course. Any spiritual group, any advanced organization is gonna have their own philosophical code. You see what I'm saying? And let's see what their philosophical code is. Now this here is Menchu Hotep in the spirit of the Medjay. You see what I'm saying? By Mfundishi Jutim's her son Salim. So if you want to get the book, check it out. It's a very powerful book, and it covers a lot on the Medjay when they was at the height of their power in ancient Egypt. So let's see here. Here's the code of the Medjay. It says, what they call a warrior pledge. It says, "We are impeccable warriors. I see what cannot be seen. I feel what cannot be felt. I hear what cannot be heard. I know what is unknowable because I am the essence of all things. I will do the unthinkable because within me is the spirit of sovereignty. I live by the 5 laws of the spiritual warrior. The law of responsibility, the law of love, the law of ma'at, balance and truth, the law of fearlessness, and the law of refining and giving my gift. I am a manifestation of harmonious intuition and strong will. I am Shinsu Heru, which is Heru in physical form. You see, the Christ energy, the Christ one. I am Shinsu Heru in human form. A protector of the sovereign rights of my people, a cultural custodian. I am an ancestral spirit from ancient Kush, or Kush, and Kemet. I am the link to immortality. I am the past, the present, and the future. I am the impeccable warrior. I am Medjay. So that's their code. That's their philosophical code. Heru. Shimsu Heru. The Christ figure, the soul, the warrior's soul. You see what I'm saying? Because Heru just means champion, the champion deity. You see what I'm saying? The soul of the champion. So Kush, Cash, Kemet, it goes by many names. So these warriors were masters. They was about this life. Like I said, they were mentalists, mental masters, powerful telekinesis, detective skills. They also specialized in espionage. Oh yes, espionage tactics. They were the first motherfuckers to develop espionage tactics about 5,000 years before Hassan ibn Sabah created his order of assassins, in which they would develop fucking espionage tactics to its highest height. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, because as a policeman, you gotta infiltrate. You gotta and do all type of other cool shit just to catch your prey, because they don't tell them what they doing or what they about. You see what I'm saying? That's how deadly they are. Let's see what else they have here. And they specialize in wind techniques. Of course, that makes sense. Here, you're a task force. So their ability to manipulate the wind was on another level. You see what I'm saying? They was desert warriors too. So of course they was always around the element of wind. So this is what it's about. They was about it. Shit, warriors. You see what I'm saying? And of course they worshiped the deity Pan, who was the son of Bani of Jedtet, and who would later on become Baphomet. So you talking about, and we all know that the Baphomet is the physical personification of the creator. You see what I'm saying? And of course Sophia, he always sing with Sophia. And who is Sophia? Sophia is the feminine energy, the feminine presence, the creatress. You see what I'm saying? Who represents source melanin. Whereas Baphomet, the creator, represents the infinite divine intelligence. You see what I'm saying? Primordial intelligence. So there you go. Let's see what else here. This Menchu Hotel book is amazing. Y'all gotta get. Okay, there we go. I'm back. Can y'all see me? Okay, cool. Yeah. Anyway, it's beautiful spiritual teachings here. That y'all know y'all love. So go ahead and get you a copy of this. Cause the Medjay were motherfucking true, and they're not really talked about like that. But it's funny. I was researching the history of law enforcement while preparing for this lecture, and they said that law enforcement started in ancient Egypt around 3000 BC, which is interesting because this is when the Medjay were at the height of their power. So they tell you when it started, but they don't tell you who they got it from, which were the Medjay, Nubian warriors, masters. You see what I'm saying? Who was about it? Who, depending on how advanced they are, they would even become Jedi later on. You see what I'm saying? Depending on how advanced they are, they would graduate into the priesthood of Jedtet. You see what I'm saying? In Jeddu. You see what I'm saying? So and become super mystics. Yoda, Mace Windu around this bitch. You see what I'm saying? They would become about their life. So this is what they was about. Now, I got a movie I want y'all to discuss. Right here. It's a unique movie. It's called Kin. You see what I'm saying? And what made this movie so amazing is you have this Medjay in training. This Medjay in training. Young kid. He finds this gun that he got in his hand. And he realized that he had the genetic code to activate it. And throughout the movie, he would use it to save his brother. He saved the old girl up here, right here. And he would go on to do amazing things with it. Well now, come to find out, there were these two beings here and here. They would come. They were already master Medjay, super soldiers, warriors. And they would come hunt him down so they could get the gun from him or whatever, because the gun didn't belong in that period of time. You see what I'm saying? Because they was the people that they killed during that fight were trying to kill him, because he was supposed to be in the future. He was supposed to be a master Medjay. You see what I'm saying? So they hunt him down, find him, and they tell him who he is, which is probably the most beautiful part of the movie. They was like, yeah, nah, you ain't no regular dude. You just down here chilling, learning lessons, but you from an advanced race of warriors, master warriors. He talking about the Medjay. And since you from an advanced race of master warriors, nah, you ain't no regular being. You're star seed. You God. You see what I'm saying? So I don't want you to think that. So he said he took the gun from me, and he said, don't worry, I'll always be looking out for you, no matter what. And then he shook his hand. When he shook his hand, he activated a sigil, a magic seal on his hand. And so that programmed inside him, that activated his DNA. You see what I'm saying? So later on down the road, he's gonna be a bad motherfucker. He's gonna be a bad motherfucker. I don't know if they're gonna do anything else with it, but they did leave it open just in case they did want to do something else with it. They showed powerful sigil on his hand. I was like, oh, he's gonna be a mofo when he get older. So I hope you do get a part two to this. That's where they show you like him being grown and him going into and becoming this master Medjay. You see what I'm saying? Going into the training. We just found out who he was in this movie. So yeah. So y'all check that out. So that was a powerful movie. Modern day Medjay trying to find out who he is, and he found out he was God. His ancestors, his warrior race, his warrior bloodline, his soul line came from a whole different time period, a whole different time and space, just to let him know who he is. Now you talking about ancestral power, God power. It came from a whole other fucking time and space, just to let him know what he really was. Nigga, you ain't no human. Nah, I want you to think that you God in a human body. You just down here learn lessons for now until it's your time. You see what I'm saying? Until it's time for you to rise again. You see what I'm saying? Another movie I got for y'all is the 47 Ronin, which is where I got that quote from. I kind of paraphrased it and modified it a little bit. The one where I got in the hashtag where it says, when we let evil go unpunished, then the world becomes unbalanced and the heavens laugh at us. I got it from this. The great samurai movie, Keanu Reeves dropped it. And, he put the metaphysics in it. So there's a lot of spiritual content in here as well. So y'all know a Ronin is nothing but a masterly samurai. But them boys, the samurai were a latter day incarnation of the Medjay cause. In history, they mysteriously disappeared. But interestingly enough, the same teachings they had in ancient Egypt would show up in Japan. And so they would become this master race of samurai, warrior class of samurai, spiritual warriors. You see what I'm saying? So, boom, there you go. And they would go on to create this great society of warriors, spiritual warriors at that. Shinobi, the ninja, and various other masters who would come along and groups that will come along next to the samurai. So this is what we talking about here. Medjay force everywhere. They was everywhere. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of the things in Japan, a lot of the codes in Japan came from them. You see what I'm saying? They after they left ancient Egypt, cause they seen that ancient Egypt was getting ready to crumble. That's when they migrated to Japan and set up shop. You see what I'm saying? So that's the connection. It's a great movie. Check it out. Keanu Reeves pretty much he did his work on that. He did his work. So yeah. So a good question would be, how do you become Medjay? How did you become Medjay? Besides, it was two aspects. You had the physical side, then you had the spiritual side. You had these training methods you had to go through. I already told you the physical, you had to be a master of 4 melee weapons and 1 ranged weapon plus unarmed. Unarmed combat. You see what I'm saying? You had to learn how to use your hands and feet, master your body. Then you had the spiritual side, meditation, ritual work, spell work, mantras. You see what I'm saying? You had to do all these things. So you learn this over a time period and unlock that Medjay soul force inside of you. You see what I'm saying? And they even said in the book, these beings was walking around with this intense glow in their eyes. That's because they had mastered their souls. Their souls and their physical selves had become one. It was one harmonic being. There was no separation of the higher self and your physical self. You was all one complete being. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it's about. So now, what I'm gonna get into now, another group that was very powerful, that came along with the Medjay, were the 5 deadly venoms. I know a lot of people. This here's a classic, so a lot of people know what this is about here. You know, they remember these masks growing up. Now there were 5. There are 5. Now, what does venoms mean? Venom is a reference to the serpent. So we talking about 5 deadly kundalinis. You see what I'm saying? Anytime you see dragons, venom, serpents, where the snake or some shit like that, they talking about kundalini energy. So the last dragon, the last kundalini. Enter the dragon, enter the kundalini. Return of the dragon, return of the kundalini. You see what I'm saying? That's what they talking about. Way of the black dragon, way of the melanated kundalini. You see what I'm saying? So this is what we talking about here. So you had 5 of them. Now, this is one of those movies where it teaches you what happened after you become God. You see what I'm saying? That's why I love this movie. It's just like Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Now you had 5. Number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. And they all was masters of their art. Number 1 was the centipede. And he was represented by, because they represented the elements as well. He was the centipede, and he was represented by the element of fire. You see what I'm saying? He was fire. You see what I'm saying? And his chakra lesson, because when you on this level, when you become God again, usually all throughout your life, you are dealing with a specific chakra. You see what I'm saying? You have a specific, of course you got chakra lessons for all the chakras, but usually it's that one that you always come back to no matter what. And for him, of course, you seen the red, so he was the root chakra. You see what I'm saying? He had root chakra lessons that he had to master. You see what I'm saying? So next, you had number 2, the serpent, the snake. You see what I'm saying? And his chakra color, his chakra lessons was the throat chakra. You see what I'm saying? And of course, the element that he represented was water. See what I'm saying? So, cause he was emotional, he was very expressive, and that was his lesson. He had to learn what he had to learn. Next was number 3. Now, his element was purple, so he had first eye lessons. You see what I'm saying? And he was represented by the element of air. You know, air is the mind. So he was very insightful. He could see, and the Scorpion style was an assassin style. You see what I'm saying? He could take you out, and you wouldn't even know he was in the room. So this is what he was about. This is what he was skilled at. So next you had number 4, which was the lizard. You see what I'm saying? And now the lizard was represented by the solar plexus chakra. You know, so his lesson was personal power, willpower. You see what I'm saying? The will to do. He had to be the one to go set shit straight once things popped off. You see what I'm saying? And the element that he represented was it what was it? I already covered water, fire, air, and okay, water, fire, air. So his element was actually earth. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, he was earth, because he was the most practical out of everybody. He was the most logical. You see, until they pissed him off at the end, of course, till he snapped one good time. So that was his element, earth. You know, logistics. You know, dealing with shit in a straightforward way, trying to resolve the issues and everything. Then you had number 5. Now he represented the 5th element, ether. You see what I'm saying? Spirit. And his chakra lesson was the heart chakra, empathy. You see what I'm saying? Learn how to master his empathy. So this is what he was about. And And what made him so powerful, you know, Toad, his style was nearly invincible. The Centipede was about speed. The Snake was about agility and preciseness. The Scorpion was about, you know, it was about shit. It was assassin style. It was about figuring it out and handling the situation without people even seeing what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? Pinpointing the weak points. Then you had the Lizard. The Lizard was all about, it was nimbleness. You see what I'm saying? It was nimbleness and flexibility, wall walking. You see what I'm saying? And projecting your chi out your hand while on that wall to knock motherfuckers down. And then of course the Toad, indestructible, you know, iron armor, iron body. You see what I'm saying? That's what his shit was about. So that's these the 5 deadly venoms. But it was actually 7 deadly venoms. And they represented the other 2 chakras. You had the last student who was is he on here? Nah, he ain't on here. You had the last 2 students. You had the last student who was represented the sacral chakra. You see what I'm saying? So, cause he didn't master one of the first 5, but he knew all the main techniques. And all he had to do was fuse his techniques with one of the 5. You see what I'm saying? To upgrade, to unleash his full Kundalini energy and become the 5 deadly venom that he was always meant to be. See what I'm saying? And then you had the master. Of course, he represented the crown chakra. He was the master. You see what I'm saying? So the story goes, they were, half of these motherfuckers was policemen. That's why I picked this movie, because they were Medjay. Half of them was policemen. And they was looking for money, of course, wealth, you know, that kind of dream. The only thing that can really destroy you, when you got all the power in the world, when you got all the skill in the world, the only thing that can take you down for real, is greed, most of the time. That's usually the biggest enemy of guys trying to acquire their physical wealth, especially if you ain't never had that. Like number 1, he was struggling hard. Now number 2, he was already wealthy. Number 3, 4, and 5, they was doing okay, but you know they could have used a little bit more. So their stories, they was being shaped around, and the group was called a poison clan. So it was a spiritual group, the Kundalini clan. That's what they basically were saying. And they was shit shaped around. You know, they was moving around in the movie to show you this battle of the gods scenario. You see what I'm saying? It was pretty much battle of the gods the whole movie. 5 deadly venoms fighting each other for this wealth, for this prize, you know, for this opportunity to master their root chakra. And pretty much at the end of the day, the Lizard and the last student won out. You see what I'm saying? So and they pretty much was the ones to master their chakras. So this is a powerful movie. So they either were police officers or they were associated with the police officers. Cause number 3 and number 4 were police officers. Number 5 was associated with number 4. So they both were police officers. You see what I'm saying? So and then number 1, number 2, they were doing their own thing. So half the group was dealing with the Medjay frequency, the Medjay energy. So now all the group was dealing with the Medjay energy at the end of the day, because when number 1 got caught, they had to deal with the justice system for their deeds or whatever. So this is a great movie, great kung fu movie, probably next to The Last Dragon and various other movies. Last Dragon, Enter the Dragon, fucking Iron Monkey, just some of the cult classics that I grew up with. This probably one of the baddest ones. You see what I'm saying? One of the baddest ones out there. When you think kung fu, you think 5 deadly venoms and The Last Dragon and Enter the Dragon right off the top of your head. So go get you some of that. Go get you some of that. So there y'all go. This is that Medjay energy, that Medjay force. You see what I'm saying? So these boys was the truth. They will infiltrate your shit, take it down. And when I was in the vision one time, they was dealing with some motherfuckers, and they all got together and used their telekinetic powers to level a building and destroy the motherfuckers that was in it. That's how real they got sometimes. They even had a game about them not too long ago called Assassin's Creed Origins. So you're a gamer, go check that out. You see what I'm saying? So that energy hit the planet hard recently. You see what I'm saying? With that Assassin's Creed Origins. But they've been hitting the planet with the Uchiha clan and Naruto and various other storylines. Hell, even the Power Rangers when we was growing up was goddamn Medjay. Shit, the Ronin Warriors, all that shit when we was growing up. All that was Medjay energy. Cause they was pretty much space police here for the most part. That's pretty much what they was. Power Rangers later on down the road, they was space police or planetary police to protecting the planet from fucking space threats. So today in today's space age, which was Power Rangers in space and got it in. You see what I'm saying? So this is what it's about. This is what that Medjay frequency is about, y'all. That Medjay force. Go get your some. Make sure I hit everything here. Yeah, I hit everything that I wanted to hit. Yeah. So yeah, they were just bad mofos. Check them out. Some movies here. Gave you 3 of them. Y'all can just check out the energy. Check out the book. Great book for them. And they about their life. You see what I'm saying? They about their life. So if y'all got any questions, I will take them now. What's up, Linda? Y'all have any questions? Yeah, so we'll get y'all some of that Medjay force, that Medjay power. What defeated the Medjay in the end? Well, actually, the Medjay didn't get defeated at all. They just left ancient Egypt and went into the migrated to Japan and became a new samurai class. So they actually didn't get defeated. It was just a skirmish. It was just a skirmish, and they left. They had some words with the government, and then they dipped. They disappeared on their ass. And when they went to Japan, what happened there is, white boy thought he ruled the world. So it went to the white boy came along. They really started having problems. They really started getting attacked for real, because they showed up with guns, and nobody had ever seen guns at that time in Japan. So that's what really took down the samurai for real. So yeah, so that's what happened to him, Andrew. You know the question. My bad. Any other question? Any other questions before I get up out of here? What dynasty? I do not know which dynasty off the top of my head. I think it's the... Let me see here. Let me find that for you. They was at the height of their power during the 11th dynasty in ancient Egypt. Yeah. During the 11th and 12th. I think I'm down to about the 18th dynasty, if I'm not mistaken. And that's when they disappeared. Yeah, the 11th dynasty. So that's 11th dynasty. Now they had been around in Nubia for some time, long before ancient Egypt had came along. You see what I'm saying? Nubia been around before. Nubia preceded ancient Egypt. So they were around. They were a warrior class long before that. Now around the 11th dynasty of ancient Egypt is when they had gained prominence. Cause at first during the 8th, 9th, and 10th dynasties, they was pretty much mercenaries and soldiers and warriors for them. But around the 11th dynasty, that's when they started gaining their full power, their full presence in ancient Egypt. Yes, Aaliyah, this was before Egypt. Yeah, they've been around before Egypt. They preceded them. So yeah. Any other question? Yeah, Aaliyah. They work personally for the pharaohs. Hell, matter of fact, truth be told, a lot of the pharaohs were Medjay. Matter of fact, a lot of pharaohs were Medjay. They were. Wow. Everybody else was chilling. Pharaohs going to go get trained because a lot of times the pharaohs had to be the first ones in battle as well to show that they were not no cowards, which was rightfully so. You can't be no bitch nigga on the throne. We can't be having it. That dilute the bloodline. So yeah. I take one more before I go. If y'all got it anymore. Aaliyah, yes, I want you to inbox me. We should talk sometime. I ain't got a problem with that. We'll set it up after I get done here. But with that being said, I gotta get out of here, y'all. What you say, Andrew? No bitch niggas, no bitch assness allowed. Alright. True. No bitch niggas allowed. You had to prove you was a warrior first. Then you can show your intelligence and your political, your political dominance. But you had to show them that you was about that life before you was anything else. And that's how it should be. So yeah. Alright. I'll see y'all later. I'm Marvin Jones. Y'all put the word out, share with your friends, and I'm out. Peace.